On our previous lesson, we've learned about the Tagalog word for what and how to build your vocabulary. We're still on the topic of satisfying one's curiosity, only this time it's about getting to know new people, which means we learned the Tagalog word for who. Live from my apartment along a really busy road in Quezon City, Philippines, this is Go Filipino. Who is that? It's me, Chris Andres. Welcome to another lesson of Go Filipino, your Tagalog learning companion. First of all, I would like to say thank you to all the listeners, especially those who have messaged me about how I inspired them into learning the Tagalog language. Like this one I got from my email. It's from Chad, who wrote, "Hey, from USA. I wanted to say I just started listening to your podcast, and they have been a huge help. I listen to them while at work, trying to learn a few words at a time. You make it very easy to learn. I look forward to your future podcasts. Keep up the great work. I will try to use what I've learned during my next visit to Manila." Chad, maraming salamat. My heart glows reading your positive words. I'll read more reviews and messages in future episodes. If you want to leave a 5-star review, the best way is through Apple Podcast, even if you're listening elsewhere. Also, you may want to subscribe to my Patreon because patrons get early access to all episodes. Plus, if I reach 100 patrons, I will create a lesson about Tagalog cuss words. That would be fun, isn't it? And it will only be available on Patreon. Check out Patreon, that's patreon.com/GoFilipinoPod for details on how to support this podcast for as little as $1. Alright, time to grab your pen and paper. We'll begin the lesson after this break. You're staying with your host at his house, minding your own business, when all of a sudden, your host is busy at the kitchen. He tells you, "Please pick up the phone for me." And you oblige, picking up the phone and ask, "Hello?" We really don't have a Tagalog telephone greeting, so hello is fine. But if you want to go formal, you could add po at the end, like, "Hello po." "Hello po." "Hello po." You could even add a time-based greeting after that. Let's say you pick up the phone at 10 a.m., so it's magandang umaga. We've learned that in lesson 1. So your greeting becomes, "Hello po, magandang umaga po." "Hello po, magandang umaga po." "Hello po, magandang umaga po." So we know what hello and po means. So we skip to the second sentence, starting with magandang. 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 Magandang is spelled as M-A-G-A-N-D-A-N-G. It means beautiful. It is derived from the root word ganda, which means pretty. And then you add ma at the beginning to turn it into an adjective, and then ng at the end to link that adjective to a noun. And that noun is umaga. 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 Umaga is spelled as U-M-A-G-A. It means morning. And then you add po at the end. That's the respect particle. Again, that's hello po, magandang umaga po. Hello po, magandang umaga po. Hello po, magandang umaga po. The rule of thumb in adding po is that you add one in each sentence. However, adding 2 or more po within a sentence would be overkill. You can also use it at the end of each English sentence, like, "Hello po, good morning po." "Hello po, good morning po." "Hello po, good morning po." So the caller is looking for your host, and you want to ask, who is this? I mean, you can simply say, who is this po? But you want to try out your Tagalog skills, so you say, sino to? Sino to? Sino to? It means, who is this? Word for word, it's sino, to. Sino, to. Sino, to. Sino is spelled as S-I-N-O. It means who. That's the Tagalog word for who. And then it is followed by the word to. 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 To is spelled as apostrophe T-O. It means this. Again, the sentence is, sino to? Sino to? Sino to? We'll continue the lesson after this break. Welcome back to Go Filipino. When you want to be respectful towards that caller, adding po won't be enough. So you would have to say, sino po sila? Sino po sila? Sino po sila? It literally means, who are they? With an added po. Word for word, it's sino po sila. Sino po sila. Sino po sila. So the first word is sino. It means who. We've learned that by now. And then it is followed by po, which is the respect particle. And then the third word is sila. 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 Sila is spelled as S-I-L-A. It means they. It literally means they. Because in Tagalog logic, talking directly to another person sounds rude, which is why you refer to him or her indirectly, and by that it means referring to them in third person plural. So instead of addressing the person as you or this, as in the case of sino to, you refer to them as they to be respectful towards that other person. Again, in Tagalog logic, the informal way of saying who are you is the literal translation of that phrase, and that is sino ka? Sino ka? Sino ka? Word for word, it's sino ka. Sino ka. Sino ka. Again, sino means who, and then it is followed by ka. 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 Ka is spelled as K-A. It means you. A unique feature in the Tagalog language, and most languages in the Philippines for that matter, is that we have a plural form for you, referring to multiple recipients of a conversation. So, if you're about to ask, who are you, to a group of people, you ask them, sino-sino kayo? Sino-sino kayo? Sino-sino kayo? It means, who are you, in plural form. Word for word, it's sino, sino, kayo. Sino, sino, kayo. Sino, sino, kayo. The first word is sino-sino. 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 Sino-sino spelled as S-I-N-O hyphen S-I-N-O. It means you when asking about multiple people. And then the second word is kayo. 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 Kayo is spelled as K-A-Y-O. It means you in plural form. It closely resembles you all or y'all in American English. Again, the sentence is, sino-sino kayo? Sino-sino kayo? Sino-sino kayo? We're gonna continue the phone conversation after this break. Hello? Are you still there? We're back in the phone conversation. Your host takes a break from cooking lunch at the kitchen and you tell him he has a caller. Your host asks, Sino yan? Sino yan? Sino yan? It means, who is that? Word for word it's sino, yan. Sino, yan. Sino, yan. The first word is sino, which means who. And then it is followed up by the word yan. 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 Yan is spelled as apostrophe Y-A-N. It means that. We've learned that in our previous lesson. You inform your host, it's a woman named Tina, and then he became deep in thought. Apparently, he doesn't know anyone named Tina, so he asks, Sino yon? Sino yon? Sino yon? Sino yon means, who is that? But in a very unfamiliar state. Word for word it's, sino, yon. Sino, yon. Sino, yon. Again, the first word is sino, which means who. And then it is followed by the word yon. 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 Yon is spelled as apostrophe Y-O-N. It means that, but it is more distant than yan. This is also featured in our previous lesson. Again, the difference between yan and yon is being applied here, only this time, it's a matter of familiarity. Sino yan means that while you are wondering who that person is, you have a slight idea about it, like it's a person at the other end of the telephone call, or a person in a photograph, or a poster, or a billboard. Sino yun, meanwhile, is uttered when you have absolutely no idea who that person is, like it's beyond your comprehension. You go back to the phone and ask, Excuse me, but Tina who? You listen to the answer and relay that to your host. She says her name is Tina Moran. Your host suddenly burst out laughing. You have no idea why, so you want to ask the caller what's the matter, but apparently she hung up. What's so funny? You ask. Your host takes a while to calm himself from laughing. He explains, Her name is a dirty pun. He tells you what it means. Apparently, her name, when read in Tagalog, means being splashed by a certain sticky liquid. You become so embarrassed your face suddenly turns red before joining in the laughter. Well, you learn something new every day. We will continue this lesson after the break. Welcome back to our lesson. It's the height of midterm elections here in the Philippines, and if you visit the country, you'd see campaign materials everywhere. And I mean everywhere. Before I continue, allow me to inform you that the people that will be mentioned in this segment are fictional. You are on your way to the market with your host when you spot a campaign poster hung on the telephone pole. You wonder who he is, so you ask, Sino siya? Sino siya? Sino siya? It means, who is he? Word for word it's, sino, siya. Sino, siya. Sino, siya. Sino means who, and then siya, siya, siya is spelled as S-I-Y-A. It means he. Again, the sentence is, Sino siya? Sino siya? Sino siya? Oh, you mean him? Your host asks. We call him Johnny Janitor. He used to be a local radio jock and now he's running for mayor. Why Janitor of all monikers, you ask? Well, that's his DJ name, your host answers. He used it on his first campaign when he ran for councilor. He promised to clean up the city from crime and corruption, just like his nickname. Was he able to fulfill that promise? You pressed on. All I know is that I could walk safely in the middle of the night, your host says. That's all that matters to me. You and your host walk even further, passing by a wall filled with posters of a female candidate. You wonder who she is, so you ask, Sino siya? Sino siya? Sino siya? You heard it right. Pronouns in the Tagalog language do not have gender. So, whether the person is male or female, Tagalog-speaking Filipinos refer to either of them as siya. Ah, that lady on the wall, your host says. Her name's Tricia, the current mayor, and she's running for re-election. She's the daughter of our former mayor, and she basically ascended to the position, so to speak. You wonder, isn't that a bad thing? Well, it's debatable for sure, your host replies. But she has helped in improving our city's infrastructure. That's all that matters to me. You and your host have reached the market, and it's all a frenzy. A number of people in bright pink shirts are distributing what looks like scrolls to merchants and passers-by. One of the pink-shirted people approaches you and hands you a scroll. You unroll it to reveal a calendar, which is weird because it's already April. In it is a photo of a family and you wonder who they are, so you ask, Sino-sino sila? Sino-sino sila? Sino-sino sila? It means, who are they? Word for word it's, sino-sino, sila. Sino-sino, sila. Sino-sino, sila. Again, the first word is sino-sino. It means who, for multiple people. And then sila, which is the Tagalog word for they. Any excuse to put a candidate's name, I guess, your host says. What you're seeing in the calendar is the family of Tricia's sister, Keisha. She's also running for mayor. Oh, wait, are you serious? You exclaim. How could that be possible? Your host could only scratch his head. Well, welcome to the Philippines, I guess. We'll be right back after this. Let's recap what we have learned in this lesson. Hello po. Magandang umaga po. Sino to? Sino po sila? Sino ka? Sino-sino kayo? Sino yan? Sino yon? Sino siya? Sino-sino sila? Thank you so much for listening through this lesson. I do hope you get to learn something new about the Tagalog language. Please follow this podcast on Twitter at GoFilipinoPod or like the Facebook page. Just search for Go Filipino. I leave you now with a Tagalog proverb. Wala kang masasabunot sa kalbo. You cannot pull hair from the bald. The English equivalent of this saying is, you cannot draw blood from stone. Again, that's wala kang masasabunot sa kalbo. 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 Until next time, paalam, bye-bye! This has been Go Filipino, your Tagalog learning companion with me, Chris Andres. For inquiries, email me at gofilipinopod@gmail.com. Special thanks to Kevin MacLeod for the theme song, Rainbows.